When it comes to fishing for migratory rainbow trout, brown trout, and salmon, I found, especially from fishing in Western Canada, in the U.S., that using a jig, and especially a Maribou jig, works extremely well. Now, what I'm holding up here is a good assortment of size and colors of Maribou jigs that have been made specifically for steelhead fishing, but that also applies to migratory brown trout and salmon. Now, the way you fish these jigs, you can either fish them with a slip bobber rig or just tie them directly to your line and cast them out. Very important that you cast them upstream so that they have a chance to drop to the area that the fish are laying in. And when they start dropping, you very gently work them back to you, swim them back. If you're using a float and you're actually suspending it off the bottom, it's very important that you fish the float as if it was a topwater lure. So I'm just going to put this jig down for a minute. So you need to use short pulses of your rod tip to make that float go along the surface, which makes that jig just shake like this a little bit up and down. If you're fishing deeper water, some of the bigger rivers and bigger runs and pools, and you're not using a float, just cast the jig out, let it sink to the bottom, and make much larger jig strokes going up and down. The fish can hit at any time. It's very important when you're using jigs to use a line that will enable the jigs to fall nice and naturally, so that it tantalizes the fish to strike. That means using a lighter line. You can use a braided line or you can use a monofilament line. For trout fishing, I would suggest that you stick to 8 to 10 pound tests. Don't go heavier unless you're fishing some of the larger rivers on the west coast. Try the jigs. You'll be surprised at how well the fish hit them.